Hello friends, myself Dr. Vishal Dwivedi, Assistant Professor in the Department of Mechanical Engineering, Integral University Lucknow. Today we are going to discuss about the concept of Management Information System in this lecture. So the content what I am going to discuss and elaborate in this lecture will be the basic overview of Management Information System, the role of data and information system for decision making. What is actually Management Information System? It defines as a system which is based on the database of the involved for the purpose of providing information to the people inside the organization. So it is very important part of any organization where the management can get the information of their employees, their process, and all those key things which are involved in the decision making for the management. So MIS plays a very important part in decision making for any management. It has been defined by various experts. So, as Subalakshmi Joshi stated, that Management Information System or MIS broadly refers to a computer based system that provides managers with the tool to organize, evaluate, and effectively manage the departments within an organization. Similarly, G.B. Davis stated that MIS is an integrated man machine system for providing information to hold up the operation, management, and decision-making functions in an organization. So both of the definitions can be concluded and summarized to say that management information system is a systematic approach from the data available in the department, available in the company, which is being analyzed and used by various tools to assess the quality, the process, the characteristics of process, and helps the top management to take decisions for their process and control. Why MIS? First of all, it is very important because it is the integrated integration between various departments, various sub-departments of the organization. So first of all, what it will do, it will create a proper support for the managers. So as you have got a lot of data, it will help the managers to think who is the deserving man in the company if they have to assess and give support to the employee in the form of incentives or whatever the next process, next step in creating their next further policies. So it is a very important tool which supports the manager to know about their business, what kind of business they are doing, and who can support them in this business and making the decisions further on. Second one, that is make easy to access and share information. MIS makes the information sharing, storing, and accessing very easy. So the third one is an overload of information causes missing of useful information. Systematic arrangement, planning, and controlling is the main feature of management information system. So if the information is available in the form of data throughout the your computer system or some systematic device, a lot of data can make a lot of confusions for the managers to take the decision which one is better one. So it is very much useful to analyze and sort the data which is more useful for you so that all the alternatives which are very much effective for your purposes and it helps to support you to take the decision which alternative is more better or more important to be used first and which one is to be used second. Apart from that, the management information system enables the real-time analysis with quick navigation. Real-time analysis means it is not the time-bound process that I have to first do this, and then I can take the decisions. easily put on the data on the system and go with the compiler. It will easily provide you the results that whatever the working process or whatever the next step will be. For example, if any company is a assembly line balancing company, assembly line company, like they are assembling any vehicles or something. So if in a case in the morning, if some employee says that sir today I'm on leave, then suddenly what will happen? The assembly line will go stop and that will be a big harm for the company. So what they can do, they can create a proper method of managing the line assembly line balancing through a software so that the supervisor can get an alternative line also or alternative person also who has got the similar skills or nearby skills of the person who is absent. So it can easily navigate the process of finding out the error and sorting it out. It is very much helpful in reducing the risk of bottleneckness. It identifies and reduces the wastage. Now, the important thing is anything which helps the manager improve his decision making will obviously lead to a better results. So it can only be a basic tool which can store the data, analyze the data, and give a nearby good results or a better alternatives so that you can find your better results. What are the basic roles of MIS? Role MIS plays a very important role as your blood forms, uh, uh, as your blood has a role in the body as well as your heart in the body. So MIS plays as a role of heart. It is a tool which basically pushes the information towards the different sector of the uh, organization. Whereas blood works as an information which carries the data from one source to another. Okay, so how is very much important MIS is that it provides you the information in the with the appropriate data collection, its processing and distribution. It is very much helpful in satisfaction of need of using query system, analysis system, modeling system, and decision support system. MIS not only plays this kind of information, these informations can be created and supported by strategic planning, management control, operational control, and transition process. Transition process is very important because that is a day-to-day life method of analyzing and processing of data. If I talk about the characteristics of MIS stands with some of the characteristics like system approach. It is not only a method of random working, it is a system approach method, which basically helps to process the work in a very systematic manner so that it can be analyzed, it can be found a better alternative at the time of requirement. The method must be management oriented. The MIS says that whenever whatever the methods you are following, that whatever the tool you are developing, that must be management oriented. That must be favorable to the decision making for the decision making of management. It must be designed to be need based. It cannot be a hypothetical or a very lengthy software. The method or the tool what you are designing must be according to your requirement and it must provide a very systematic and a very accurate. So precision and accuracy of the tool is very important. That means it must be designed according to the requirement. Then information as a resource. The input is information. Sorry, the input is data. The process, and then you can find out the information. So if you will not get a proper information, then there is no use of MIS to be used. Next thing, an important thing is integration with subsystems. First of all, the MIS system when it is designed must be based on a subsystem concept. So when we will make it about as a subsystem, like I have a university running, university has system. Now in this university there are various departments, various schools, like School of Engineering, School of Sciences, School of Commerce, School of Law. These are all the subsystems of the university. But if you will go with another part of that university, there will be some more subsystems. Like in the School of Engineering, you will have computer science engineering, mechanical engineering, civil engineering, etc., etc., etc. So all those other departments are now the subsystems of one system, that is School of Engineering. So what will happen if all these engineering branches are merged together? There will be a lot of chaos created in this one. So bifurcating all those or decentralizing all those role and limitations, it will help a management to take a proper decision very easily. So making a subcomponent component system is a good part of MIS. Whereas there must be a proper integration between all the systems. For example, if there is some curriculum changes in your management course, and similarly you need a faculty with management with a knowledge of management information system, you can hire or you can discuss to the department of computer science, you can discuss to the department of mechanical engineering, who can provide your faculty with the knowledge of information system also. Sorry. So these all things are very important, so there must be a proper integration between all those subsystems, so that it can be seen that there must not be any clashes in the timetable of the faculty. If either he's coming to the management department or he's going to the some other department of university. Apart from that, there must be a common data flow. The timetable of the student, the timetable of faculty, and the timetable of classroom. That must be in a synchronized manner so that the next class can easily be created and formed to create no disturbance between all those activities. Apart from this, the software when it is designed, it is not for 1 day, 2 day, 3 day. It must be designed for a long-term duration. If there will be a short-term duration software, it will be a lot of money wastage in designing, creating, and usage. But it will be used for only few days. But if it will design the software for a long time period, there must be a planning, organizing, controlling, then only the software can provide you a proper help. So, subsystem component has been discussed already, and the important thing is the software must be user friendly and flexible. I'm using a software and it is having a lot of complications in that. I'm not able to use that one. For example, if you're using a mobile phone and it has a lot of features in that, you're not able to even open a mobile phone because it is secured by a various different kind of locks. Then what you will do, you will try to use it for a few time, but after that you will throw it out. You will try to change that one. The features are not according to your usage. So for making a very comfortable system, it is very necessary to have a very flexible and a user-friendly system. What are the basic features of MIS? The MIS may be time-bounded. It must be created for a period of time so that it can be created within a period of time. So both of the things are very necessary. It must provide you the accuracy and consistency in the accuracy. Accuracy and precision, both of the things are very important for MIS tool. If you are finding some new line and you are talking about some efficiency or you can say the your skill test for the employee, and you are making a new line, what will happen if there will be no accuracy? Anyone with a lower accuracy can be awarded as compared to the person who is having a good accuracy. So accuracy and consistency are the very important part of MIS. The software must be complete. If it is not complete, it will not provide you proper results. You are talking about some alternative resources, it will not provide you such kind of alternative resources. So it is very important that a software must be a complete software, and it must be relevance. It must not provide you any other information. You are asking for some data of you can say who is free to teach this lecture right now. and you are talking, and the software is providing the entire timetable of a system, entire timetable of a department. What will happen? The decision maker will get fed up of getting these kind of unnecessary information, and he will close and do the work manually. It will take a lot of time. So softwares or the tools are made for easiness of the worker or the user. So if it is already enhancing the time to analyze or to use that tool, it will not be a use of that. So very much necessary to be relevance. Type of MIS. MIS has various types. First of all, it must be based on the marketing research system. The MIS should not be that only it can be designed for the long term period and according to the approach. This must be designed for the marketing intelligence system, both for the existing and the potential customers. The customers who are inside the department, who are working for you, either that is internal customer or the external customer. If the customer is associated with you, they need something new, something better, the mode of better. That's why in each and every case, you can see a various kind of updates are available on the mobile phones from time to time to assist you with a lot of new features with a lot of easiness. Whereas if you will provide such kind of new updates, new methods, new involvement, for example, if we already have a Swift car with a most selling car in the market, but what happened after a few period of time, Swift had modified their design. So to attract the most reasonable customers who are using the Swift as well as the new customers who want to use the Swift. So marketing research is very important for that to get the marketing intelligence system. These both systems will together help MIS to take the proper decision, and this will be done by decision support system. These all can be done by internal record system, a systematic record system which will have a order sales and inventory management system. This will actually help the system to be divided in subcategories and to helpful in making a proper data, analyzing them and converting it to a useful information at each and every sector of parameter whenever it is required. If we talk about the elements of MIS, there are various parts or the elements be given by various experts. I have tried to conclude it in 6 parts. The three important parts are hardware, software, and people. Hardwares are like computer screens, printers, monitors, which can be touched, which can be used for a purpose of display and other things. Softwares are the tools which are used to operate those hardwares, which can be used to make a proper inbuilt connections between two or three systems. Control is the phase where these hardware and softwares are integrated each other. It can support each other very easily. So control is very important phase between interface between hardware and software. Database and application programs. Database is whatever the required data you have related to your document or not. And application programs which supports your data. For example, if I am recording this video, that will be in MP4 format. It can be in for the use of Windows uh, drive maker or for the other kind of video drive maker. So what applications actually you are using? You are using it for the analysis of design. You are using it for the analysis of data related to accounting. You are making a data analysis for hospital management. You're making it for hotel management. What kind of methods you are using? So such kind of softwares are available. What kind of application programs you are using in that? That is actually kept in somewhere that is database. People who is using that one. That is very important. For whom you are making that one. And telecommunication and networks. What kind of telecommunication methods you are using? Whatever the networks are there, like LAN, MAN, WAN, these kinds of network systems are there. Internet and intranets are various methods technologies. Telecommunication is whatever the mode of telecom your discussions is, whether you are going for the emails, WhatsApp, or whatever can be the method of communicating your data or information to the source. These are the major elements to create the MIS. These are some output resources. Due to short of time, I am not going to discuss in detail. These output resources are in the printed forms or whatever the method of getting the output. So you can just have a look on that. That is schedule report, key indicator report, demand report, and exception reports. Let us go to the components and discuss the components of MIS. The components are, as the name says, M, I, and S. It stands for management, who basically use to make the decisions, information, which helps the managers or the management to take the to make the decisions, and a system, which make an integration between the management and the information. That is a tool which is in between management and information. It is at the interface of them. So these three are the very important parts of MIS. Sorry. So let us discuss about what is management. When we are talking about the goal, what is my goal? My goal is divided in various categories. These categories are my objectives. The objective may be achievable. That must be achieved. Then only that is objective. So combining all those objectives, you will find your goal. How you will find your goal? You will find your goal by your management system, by your decision making. What kind of decision you are talking about? But the important thing is what? Who will help you in making that goal? The men, the human. And how you will find out that goal? By all those resources like material. So that will be that the management will be supporting men who are supporting you in finding out your goal or achieve your goal. That is managing the men tactfully. You can see the name of the management is manage. I have shown it in the first line, manage. Then there is incline men and T for tactfully. So this is the shortest definition of management. That is managing the men tactfully. Tactfully means very effectively and efficiently. There are a lot of examples. A person who is working with an organization and he's just putting out his goal. He's not just putting out his work, sorry. And a person who is effectively doing that work in a given estimated time. Both of them men are doing their work, but one is completing his work within a time, and one is exactly or beyond the time limit. So in today's era, the hard workers are appreciated. The company says hard workers are good. They are basically working and obeying the orders. But the smart workers are more appreciated because they complete their work with super finishing. So it is very important not only to be efficient but to be very effective. That is management. So management says put your hands together, join your hands, and move forward to achieve your objective towards your goal. And that can be done in a very systematic and smart manner. It can be done by planning, organizing, staffing, leading, and controlling, which are the basic functions of management. Planning means whatever your goal is, establish your strategy regarding that goal. Plan your next step. Organizing, organize who will do that task and what is the task actually and who is capable of doing that task. That is the role of manager. Finding the best person in the group who can be the best solution for that problem. Staffing, recruiting the person, picking that person from the group, picking that person from the rush, who is the best person who can execute your plan to its conclusion. Leader, I have chosen a lot of persons who are capable of doing the work. Each and every person is capable is good at his own efficiency or skills. But who will make them to think whatever my work is? Who will say them? you have to do this work today, you will have to do this work tomorrow. Or how will be the interface between them? There will be a person who has got the leading skills, your monitor, your CR, or your head of department. Who is the intermediate phase between management and the people who is working in that organization? He is called as the leader, who can motivate you, who can direct you, and who can make the planning of the management successful. And controlling. Don't think that what you have given the work and that is fine and completed. The responsibility is of management is to check, take the feedback at each and every stage, that whether the planning has been successfully organized and done by the efficient or the appropriate person for finding out the goal. So feedback system is very important for management. Characteristics are goal-oriented process. Already I told you in the previous slide. It must be persistent, not be pervasive, not be used by the individual one, that may be universally accepted by your company, by your organization, by your state, by the universe. So the system or the tool or the system or the code of conduct you are making must be ethical and must be supported by a group of persons or a group of organization. It must be multidimensional, must not focus on a single kind of effective working. When you need to find a good goal, the organization must be focusing on the multidimensional work. Management says your goal is never completed. Finding out your goal will give you a new way to think. And when you will think about some new way, you will find something more better. That is called invention and innovation. Research is a very important part in the form of management. Which says think about something better. You cannot naturally achieve 100%. You can only achieve 99.9996% as a Six Sigma. It says you have got lack of 0.004% only. Now also finding out that 100%, you will have to reduce it 0.0004%. That is Six Sigma. So management says always try and think something better. What you have achieved is good, but think about something more better. You can do much better. Then don't run alone. So you have to run with your team. If someone is not very much efficient, just support them so that they have got some other skills. Might be possible he is not capable to give his 100% right now, but he is good in something else. He will provide his 100% at that time. So group activity. This management says your activity is not individual, that is group activity. It basically says to find out the goal and how the goal can be finalized by the objectives of the management. That is organizational objective, social objective, and personal objective. Organizational objective is management is finding out setting their objective to find out the goal. So the managers has got the responsibility to survive the company, find out the profit of the company, and make the growth of the company simultaneously. Similarly, when we talk about the social objectives, it is not only the responsibility of the organization to think about their survival, profit, or growth. Their responsibility is to think about the social objective also. Like if a chemical company is making their chemical and throwing the waste inside the that what we can say the rivers, there will be a problem to the society. What we can do is the company must think about not throwing those waste in the water. It is true that is the major responsibility of the government to clean the water, but it is their responsibility also not to throw the waste in the water so that the public cannot get affected with that. And the last objective is your personal objective. There is one more responsibility of the management. Don't only think about your goal and objective. Your goal and objective can only be fulfilled when your people will get happy. The employee inside your company must be happy. So provide them some scope of thinking better, provide them incentives, provide them some method of getting more thinking about the to achieve the goals, to support the goals of the organization. There must be a method of positive management. There are three basic level of management: top level, middle level, and low level. If we talk about top level management, the C level executives, the chairman, the owner, the HR director, these all are at the top level, who are the decision makers. Middle level managers are those managers who are operational managers, functional managers, or a purchase manager who basically help the top level management in making the decisions and convey their decisions to the lower level managers, or the issues from the lower level managers to the top level management. Lower level management are the bottom level managers like foremen, supervisors, clerks, and inspectors who helps the management to making the work done or the follow all the orders given by the top management. These all are associated by how these information will be flown, how they will follow the orders by the information flowing from the top management to the middle to the bottom, and from the lower management to the middle and middle to the top management. These all informations are thrown in the form of data. These data are collected, manipulated, and stored at a very appropriate place, and these data are formed in the form of information. These all informations are provided in the form of feedback to meet an objective, which is a payroll process, where data means structured raw facts, observations, and unevaluated messages in isolation. Whereas when these data are processed very planned in a planning, controlling, and operating manner, this is now converted into information. The data involves facts and figures. Information, on the other hand, is like a finished product. There is an example which is taken by Dr. P. Muhana, where various numbers has been given. That is data. It is processed, that means systematically arranged, and now it can be found as a form of information. What is this? This is salesman code. This is zone. This is item code, and this is sales. So data is the raw input, while information is the what you get after processing the data to make it meaningful. A good information must be a quality-based information. It must be provided within a given period of time. It must be a complete information. Incomplete information is very harmful, and it must be relevant. It must be useful for you. If it is not useful, that is not a good information. That is only information. What is a system? System, your body is a system. System because your body basically consists of various parts and respond with respect to requirement. So system is a combination of various object which is planned to achieve some goal. So if I talk about computers, there are monitors, keyboards, sound speakers, printers, everything. These are all combined together to make a system which is basically used for the purpose of doing something, achieving the goal. There are basically four components of system, that is technology, application, development, and management. If we talk about information system, the information system is an organized combination of people, hardware, software, communication network, and data. This is basically used to communicate the required information within the organization. So organization is a major part which basically is connected which basically connects the technology and the management together, and the information system is the key which basically helps to connect the technology and the management inside the organization. The major components of information system is input, process, and output. This is actually a system. Input, process, output. Whatever the input I have given, that is data. It is processed, arranged in a systematic manner using any software, hardware, or anything, and you find out your required output. Who will help you in doing so? The people. This is basically done for the people, for the person, for the employee, or for general public. It can be communicated by various network channels, network methods, and consists of some hardwares, which are physical devices like computers, and a softwares, which is which basically helps in information processing and other instructions. So information system for decision making basically said that if I conclude this Robert Frost Rhodes, it said that when you are moving forward in any way on and you find various three ways, you are going somewhere and you found two ways and that is diverted in two different directions, and you say that which one is my best way I can reach to my goal. It is not every time necessary that whatever uh, the way you select is very much good. So unfortunately, it may be wrong also. So decision making is very important. So this management information system, or you can say information system, is very much helpful in decision making. If you found a good information, you can get a better decision making for your organization. There are 7 steps which basically helps in decision making, like identifying the problem. What is the problem? Collect the information, all over the information which is related to your problem. Identify how you can find out the solution for that problem. Now think which alternative is more better. You have found a lot of alternatives. You are going to school, that is a problem. How you can go to school? That is your information collection. What are the alternatives? Bus, car, rickshaw, your friend. See whichever alternative is most important for your requirement or use and choose the best alternative from that. Implement the action and evaluate the result, that whether what we have done is right or not. After a predetermined amount of time, you will find some solutions that will help you to take your another decision. That did you solve the problem? This is feedback. Did you answer the question of the problem? If yes, did you meet your goal? If yes, so think how you have found the goal. It will help you in making the another decision. And know to then learn from the mistakes and then go again to make a better result. Okay, so this is again a circle which will continuously cycle, which will continuously move. 4 basic decision making levels are: one is strategic decision making, determine the objective, resources, and policies. Decision making for management control, how efficient and effective resource are utilized for performing. Decision making for operational control for a specific time period or a specific operations. And knowledge based decision making for new idea, innovative and invention. If I talk about decision making, type of decision making, that must be 2 basic types of decision making: planned and unplanned, long term and short term. When the decision making is done for planned problems, like your regular maintenance of vehicle, or unplanned, suddenly breakdown, or the decision making is done for long term and short term. For a few period of time, like in COVID time, we have seen lot of short term decision making. Suddenly, the shirt making company has switched them to mask making company. Similarly, planned and unplanned, you are having a planned, that means regular servicing of your car. Unplanned, you are having a Stephanie for your puncture. How the decision can be made? Simons has described 4 stages. Intelligence stage, think about your problem. Design. Design your alternatives. Choose on those alternatives whichever is the best one which suits to you and implement. Imply those choice on your existing. And again think about whether the choice was better now, design was better or your idea was better. So according to that, decision system has various stages and types. One is management support system, which says executive information system, management reporting system, decision support system, knowledge support system, which have types like business intelligence system, office information system, and knowledge management system. And the last one is operational system, which basically is designed for transaction process system for the operational managers. If we talk about transaction process system, these are the system which basically collects the data and support the MIS and DSS of middle management to take the decisions. That can be done by routine handling of the data, sales data, payroll system, point of sales, and inventory control. Where inventory control is very important. It provides accurate, up to date data about daily transactions, which is used by the managers to monitor the current operations and make the decision for the future. If I talk about MIS, we have discussed a lot of things about the MIS, but what is its purpose? To take the data from the TPS and convert it to a meaningful report. And the report is generated in the report output form. If we talk about executive information system, these are for the top management or senior managers to assess the internal and external information which is relevant to their strategic decision making and make the decision for a long-term planning by the visualization of dashboards, high-level unstructured and structured data, and help the managers or the requirement of new team if it is necessary for the organization. Expert system or AI system. Artificial intelligence nowadays is very important. Expert system basically is research-based system which basically helps the decision making on the basis of knowledge and the guidelines or the code of conduct of the company. It provides the experts with a high specialized domains and to analyze and diagnose the financial problems and other kind of major problems what the management is facing right now. The last one is that the decision support system, which basically combines the data and analyze the sophisticated models for semi-structured decision-making solutions. These are basically used to assist the managers and the top managements to support the top managements and provide the decisions to the lower management. It supports in the strategic decision making, forecasting for the futures, and making the different scenario for the outcomes and for the better data-driven decisions. If I talk about the decision support system, according to Scott Morton, DSS as interactive computer-based system which help decision makers utilizing data and model to solve the unstructured problem. And this can be done by group DSS, group decision support system, computerized support cooperative workers, logistic systems, financial planning systems. If we talk about the characteristics of decision support system, it provides a rapid access to information. It is not a slow but a very fast method of finding out your decision support. Handling the data, large data from different sources. We have got a large data and it have to be compiled in the form of decision making. So nowadays we are using Excel sheets. They are very important. They're very good mode of decision making. A lot of data, two or three or four sheets are there, and we are compiling with the name and the repeated date of birth of the person. Then we can find out uh, this short drill down analysis. Support drill down analysis basically helps the management information system or decision support system to analyze whatever the work is going on, where the work is getting short. Then we provide it basically helps to provide the report and presentation flexibility. The decision support system is not only the method of finding out the result, but it can be drawn in the form of various outputs like bar chart or some others. So it can be very much easy to analyze the current situation, the past situation, and the future situation. It is basically used to perform the complex, sophisticated analysis and comparison using advanced software packages. A lot of softwares are available, which is basically used for decision support system. One already I've taken the example of MS Excel. So this is all about. These are some examples. If you talk about a company which is scenario, it is a retail company which needs to decide whether to expand into a new region. The TPS basically used to collect the sales data from the market and plot the trends. Data analyst basically helps MIS to generate the report of sales trends, customer feedback, and who are the customers basically is important. Then it is evaluated by DSS and strategic decision making is made by EIS. So they can see whether they can expand their work or they cannot at the current time. Benefit of information system for decision making. It improves the accuracy as the human error is nearby negligible. It has a good efficiency because it creates a automatic decision softwares are used over there and automatic line or automatic solutions can be drawn. Data driven insights so that it can help and understand the complex pattern of the data provided in the history, convert it to a present situation and plan for the future one. Real-time updates. Up-to-date information can only be created by the information system. Whatever the current situation is of the market right now and what can be in the future. So thank you very much all for your patience and support. I have tried to discuss a lot of things about MIS, its basic application in its various fields of management information system and how it can be useful for our today's needs and for any company. Thank you and have a great day.